So hello everybody, it's Louise Cayshaw, the Body Whisperer, on this beautiful Friday evening in England, in London, and I'm at my favourite park again, so many of you will know where that is. Anyway, I just thought I'd say hello and give you my thoughts for the week, because I haven't posted this week, and I'm just sort of playing around with whether I do more posts in the week or whether I keep my insights to the end of the week. So it'd be really interesting to know what you think works better, or should I combine it? I'm happy to do both actually, and I'll probably continue to do posts as and when it's sort of the need arises for me to express something, but I think I'm going to keep it to an end of the week post. So anyway, on with this post, and what have I found this week which I think would benefit you guys out there, sharing in what I've experienced. So my thought for the week is, do you know, I am really grateful that I grew up in a family environment where our parents encouraged us to try things, to do things new, to keep on expanding our knowledge and expanding our experiences. I mean, you know, I guess that sort of started from a very early age when we were only, well, I was only 18 months when my dad took the whole family over to Australia. So I've always grown up in an environment where it's been okay, it's been safe, it's been encouraged to try new things and to expand on my knowledge, expand on my understanding of things. And I guess that's one of the reasons why I love the field that I'm in. I love energy psychology, because it is a new field to psychology, and it's a new understanding, which I suppose that's why I'm really drawn to it, because I mean, it's not absolutely new now. I mean, it's been around, I think, 10-11 years or something. But what are the things that I really love about being in this field and working with the energy and working with people who are drawn to energy, is that it's just something so unusual, it's something so different, it's a new concept, it's something that many people aren't able to get their heads around yet, and that's why I love it, because it's the new that actually attracts me. And one of the things which I've been really challenged with today, there's just been something that's happened on a Facebook page that I'm a member of, but it really made me think about the fact that this is such a new field that people still do not understand the power of energy. They do not understand the power of the energy that we have within us. And it's really interesting, if you don't understand this work, it can seem a little bit woo-woo, it can seem a bit left field, it can seem a little bit like, yeah, hocus pocus. But the fact is, there is so much evidence to suggest that we are energy beings, and as energy beings, you know, this isn't something new. I mean, one of the most famous quotes I absolutely love, and it's from Nikola Tesla, and he said that if you want to understand that the magic of the universe, then you need to understand energy, vibration and frequency. And even Albert Einstein talked about the fact that you know, we are energy, everything is energy. This is not philosophy, this is physics, this is fact. And so these two enormous powerhouses in their time were talking about energy and talking about the fact that the whole universe is energy, and it's all about vibration and frequency. Well, so then if that's the case, we are part of the universe, and we are part of this energy being. We are part of this huge vibrating entity. We are part of the whole frequency of the universe. And so if you understand this at a very basic level, in terms of, if you want to change anything about your environment and your internal, external environment, then it's about changing your energy, it's about changing your frequency, it's about changing your vibration. Now, I don't decry anybody who doesn't believe in this, but what I do have an issue with is people who are out to make this energy work seem as though it's a fraud. It's actually that the people who work in energy psychology are out to just get a quick buck from those poor gullible people that don't know any better. That gets my goat. So I don't know what your thoughts are about that. Don't know how you're feeling about energy work or energy psychology or anything to do with this industry that we work in. But anyway, it just sort of made me think about the fact that there are still an awful lot of people out there who you know, and I'm not decrying their own situation and I'm not decrying their position, but I think, you know, it's one thing to have your own opinion, it's another to actually try and bring down other people who have theirs as well. So give me some of your thoughts on this. I'd like to know what people think, and you know, where do you feel we're in terms of our understanding of energy psychology, in terms of where we are as a collective you know, population, really? Where do you think we're at? Do you think we're growing? Do you think we're dormant? Do you think we're dying? I mean, Helen, you mentioned there, you know, if you're not growing, you're dormant or dying. So if we're not growing in terms of our perception and our understanding of the universe, then what does that mean as a society? If we're not prepared to take on board things which maybe we don't quite understand, but we're open to learning, we're open to see things from a different perspective, does that mean that we're just going to just die and become stagnant? And I just think our universe, our whole population is in a situation where, you know, you've only got to turn on the news, which I don't do very often, but you turn on the news and you hear about all the upset, the wars, the animosity, the anger, the hatred, the divisiveness, the intolerance, the everything. There's so much going around, and I just think, but we're working from a paradigm from the sort of like the 1800s, sort of 17, 1800s. It's time to change. It's time to start thinking about things in a different way. It's time to start doing things in a different way. It's time to start expanding our knowledge outside of the small parameter of what we were taught at school. Because let's face it, what we were taught at school, well, what I was taught at school, is not as relevant as what we understand in the world today. You know, our horizons have changed. When I was at school, you know, the concept of actually going and sort of doing what we do in the outer space was unheard of. When I was at school, you know, the concept of actually going down to the deepest depths of the ocean was unheard of. When I was at school, we didn't carry around pieces of metal and plastic and communicate with people from the other side of the world. So, but unfortunately, a lot of people are still living by what we were taught at school. And it's so changed and it's so different now, and our parameters are different, our concepts are different, our outlooks to life are different. And I just would say to people, if you have got a fixed set of parameters where you are going to view your world, then your world will stay in those parameters. It will never change. And I would just offer to you to, if you don't understand something, now I don't expect everybody to understand how I work with my clients. I don't expect everybody to understand the intricacies of what I do when I work with my clients, but I know I get results. And as far as I'm concerned, and as far as my clients are concerned, you know, how I actually get to the result is irrelevant. The fact is I get the results. It's like, I don't actually to this day understand how, now the younger people who are watching this probably won't understand this, but I still don't to this day understand how a fax worked. I don't understand. I still can't get my head around the fact that I put a piece of paper in one machine and then a piece of paper across the world came out with that information. I don't understand that. I can't get my head around that. But it worked. I didn't have to understand it to use it. I didn't have to go and get a science degree to understand the technology behind that operation. I just know it worked, so I just was happy to use it. And in the same way, whatever we are starting to move into in terms of the way that we perceive our health, the way that we perceive our well-being, the way that we perceive our medicine in this world is got to change, because let's face it, what we've been doing up to now isn't working particularly great, is it? I mean, I'm not decrying the medical profession, because what they do and with the technological advances that we have in the medicine world is amazing. But there is also a huge element out there that is not taught in the textbooks at medical school, but it doesn't mean to say it doesn't work. But anyway, so I think that was probably a little bit of a rant, actually. But I just wanted to get my view across. So Elaine, I feel like there are many that are only jumping into the latest craze to capitalize on the moment. I believe there is a quickening that many are still unaware of. I love what you do. Thank you, Elaine. Thanks for the vote of support. So anyway, I'd love to hear what you think, because I think the more that people start to express what they think about energy psychology, etc., and the more people start talking about experiences that they've had, the more that people start talking about experiences of things which may not be mainstream, or experiences which you know, just may help other people to understand that this isn't just a whole load of kooky individuals who are walking around in sandals doing this. This is a science now. You know, you go and ask any quantum scientists about the fact that energy is all a little bit cuckoo, and I think you'd be having an interesting conversation. But anyway, so that's me. Oh, Ben, hi, all the way over Sweden. How are you? I'm going to leave it there because I think I could probably rant for a little bit longer, and I'm not going to. So anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop them in the comments, and I'll see you all very soon. And for those who are in England, Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland, have the most amazing bank holiday weekend. I hope you get to do some really lovely stuff this weekend, because apparently it's going to be nice. So anyway, take care, have the most beautiful weekend, an energy-filled weekend, and a magically energetic, vibrating frequency weekend. Okay, take care everyone. Bye-bye.